Welcome to the next episode of Carolina Morace's Football Capsule episodes. This week we are looking at Lazio, coached by Simone Inzaghi, with match analysis provided by Michele Tossani. With 60 goals in 26 games, Lazio is just 1 point behind Juventus at the top of the table. Lazio is also the team in Serie A with the best goal difference. That's the calculation between goals scored and goals conceded, and compared to the team of Sarri, have lost 1 game less. When looking at the goal average category, Lazio have a goal average of 2.3 per match. In second place, just behind Atalanta, who is at the top of this ranking on 2.8 goals per match. The system most used by Lazio is 3-5-2, with Lucas Leiva as the central midfielder, circled here in yellow, and the Spanish player Luis Alberto, also circled in yellow, to the left. We will see, interesting in this statistics later, that this player was the most involved in ball possession. One of the characteristics of the team of Simone Inzaghi is the build-up of the 3 defenders at the back and the goalkeeper. Here we can see that with Lukaku and Lautaro of Inter, circled in white, blocking the central pass to Acerbi, the central defender of Lazio, and Leiva, the central midfielder, so the goalkeeper Strakosha chooses to play Luis Felipe on the right. Here, Inter decide to pressure high, and this time Lautaro chooses to press Luis Felipe on the left, and Lukaku with Acerbi, so the goalkeeper finds Radu. He is free to receive the ball and dribble forward on the left. In this situation, Lukaku covers again Acerbi and Lautaro is back with Leiva, so the goalkeeper finds Radu again with the ball over the top, so he can receive the ball and gain meters, as he's more space on the field than on the right. Here Lukaku attacks the goalkeeper, with Acerbi and Leiva also being pressed, so this time, even though the goalkeeper has a Colossus solution free on the right, prefers to kick the ball long to Milinkovic-Savic. If Lazio do have space, which means they're not being pressed by the opponent, the defenders dribble the ball up the field, and in this case Acerbi passes to Radu. Here you can see that Inter, the team of Conte, has a player less than Lazio, and they're 5 against 6, so they find it difficult to press in a good way. Here in this image we can see Acerbi, who finds space in the field and dribbles the ball, a characteristic, as we said, that the other 2 defenders will try to do. They're called braccetti in Italian. The other solution of Simone Inzaghi is to pass the ball into Leiva, who then distributes to find the braccetti, the third man of defenders on the left or right. With the ball with the 5th player on the right, in this occasion Maruzic, he has an option behind with Luis Felipe to support and ready to switch the ball, but he prefers to play in front, as shown in the diagram. So in this particular game, Inter scored first at the end of this first half with Ashley Young. Simone Inzaghi didn't change the lineup in the second half, but the match changed as Immobile and Milinkovic-Savic scored to win 2-1. Here we can see the difference of expected goals between Lazio and Inter. This is a method to measure the quality of the chance to score in between the first half and the second half. You can see that Lazio was much lower than Inter in the first half, but tripled their chances in the second half. To explain the change in aggressiveness of Lazio, we can split the match into 2 halves. On the left, we can look at the difference of the quality of intensity of the pressing. Lazio's intensity was much higher in the second half, winning the ball back almost half as quick as in the first half. On the right, we can see the distance or space between the units was shorter, so as a result, plays were much closer in the second half, and for that, it will become easier to recover the ball for Lazio. This image is provided by Gabriele Gatti, who delivers a podcast called The Third Man. Here you can find evidence of the key passes of Luis Alberto, where the key passes are those that allow a teammate to shoot. His delivery is so good, he's also involved in taking almost all set pieces. To prove his top performance in the league this season, we found the Spanish midfielder first in the ranking of Serie A for assists, the last pass that's made before a goal is scored. In the ranking for attacking deep, that is to run to receive the ball in the space 20 metres from the goal, not including crosses, we find him in the 2nd position because he's very good to attack the free space behind. Here we find him 3rd in the ranking of progressive runs and progressive passes. That is a continuous ball control by a player attempting to draw the team significantly closer to the opponent's goal. It is considered progressive if the distance before the starting point and the last touch of the player is at least 30 metres closer to the opponent goal if starting and finishing points are within the own half, or at least 15 metres closer to the opponent goal if starting and finishing points are in different halves, and at least 10 metres closer to the opponent goal if starting and finishing points are in the opponent's half. Luis Alberto also appears in other categories such as sixth position of passes that go into the last third of the field, key passes and direct free kicks. This confirms his performance this season as a top player in the league and important for the performance and results that Lazio have gained this year. So thank you once again for listening to this football capsule on Lazio. The next episode will look at Cagliari, the team on the island of Sardinia.